Before going to study proofs in mathematics, first we should know that what do you mean by statement. Statement is a sentence which is either true or false but not both. It is a sentence which is true or false but not both. But here the question arises, it is a sentence which is true or false but not both, means it should not be true as well as it should not be false, but it should not be either true or it should be either false, but it should not be true as well as false. Now there are certain statements are there. Suppose if I say that 2 is a least even prime number. Second question is 3 is an even number. If I say these are the two sentences, 2 is a least even prime number is a true statement, because a prime number is 1 which is having its own factor 1 and its own factor. But 3 is an even number. But the problem 3 means it is an odd number which is not divisible by 2. Therefore, it is a false statement. But in mathematics, we can prove a statement can be proved, a statement can be true, we can prove. A statement can be false also, we can prove. Therefore, first of all, we should know that what is going to be the next concept of this one is called hypothesis. A hypothesis is a statement which is to be accepted or rejected. Actually, this statement which is accepted or true, which is accepted or rejected, is called hypothesis. It is a formulated statement with respect to the given problem. In this, there are directional hypothesis, and then second one is non-directional hypothesis. Directional means, suppose if I want to say that I am the son of great personality. Here we are specifying that there exists one great personality. For him I am the son. That implies son definitely is having the father, and moreover that personality is indicating that his status of his father's status, it is one direction. Non-directional means my father is a great, I saw the movie. Here there is no connectivity between father's greatness to this seeing the movie. Therefore, this is called a non-directional. That implies there is no disconnect, there is no continuity between this statement to this statement. Therefore, there is one concept which we can call it as, there is one simple logic is there in this case, that is called deductive reasoning. Deductive reasoning. A deductive reasoning is an unambiguous statement can be proved. An unambiguous statement can be proved can be proved by taking an example. Therefore, this is called deductive reasoning. Now, besides this deductive reasoning, there is one more statement is there. That statement is inductive reasoning. Inductive reasoning. In the inductive reasoning, what we will do is, a statement is true. Let us assume that a statement is true. For n is equal to 1, we will assume. Let us assume that the statement is true for n is equal to k. By assumption, if I am able to prove that the statement is true for n is equal to k plus 1, then I can say that the statement is true for all cases. Most of the problems, by using inductive reasoning only, we are going to do that. But here, whenever we have a given statement is there that can be proved logically, and then sometimes we are going to take in proof, we are going to take the negation of the statement, we will prove the negation of the statement, finally we will say that our assumptions are wrong. In mathematics, there are two aspects are there, direct proof as well as indirect proof. Now, direct proof as well as indirect proof. In the direct proof, we will follow the sequence of steps. What is given, any sources which we need to prove this, then how to come to conclusion. And then any further extensions we can make out from this. There are two words which I am using, any sources. The sources means before going to start any proof, how this concept has been entered and then how this concept has been started. For this, any source is there. From that, any theorem from so and so theorem, how we are going to come to this theorem level. That part which we are calling it as a lemma. From lemma, we will take some part of it to derive the theorem. The next extension means after proving the theorem, whatever the results we are going to derive from this, we are calling it as a corollary. These are the essential parts in a direct proof. But in indirect proof, first we will start with the negation of a statement. Then, by using certain tools or by using certain theorems, we will say that our negation is wrong. For this, we will take out one example and we will prove this. Therefore, this is called indirect proof. But in this, there are two things are there, inductive proof as well as deductive proof. Therefore, inductive proof basically speaks about whenever any concept is there, first we will think about n is equal to 1. We will assume that n is equal to k. If we are able to prove that this is true for n is equal to k plus 1, then I can say that induction is correct only. Next one is called conjecture is one statement. Always we will assume that it is wrong. Then we will come to one conclusion.